Hello, John Browning. How's your day going, buddy?
So far, so good. You're in it, so that's a good thing.
Woohoo! I love it. We've been pretty consistent in this for a long time together, and that's what I want to talk about today is not us, but the importance of consistency. In chapter 11 of your number one Amazon best-selling book, Build a Life, Not a Portfolio, you titled it Consistency is Key. And you started out, I like this quote, Henry David Thoreau, the price of anything is the amount of your life you exchange for it. That's really good. I like that. Talk to us about why consistency is key as you're building a life and not just a portfolio.
So a while back, it's been several years ago, I was challenged to boil my sort of philosophy down to one word. And as I took a long time, like a month, to really
Yeah.
think that through. There's a lot of good words out there, but it eventually came back to consistency.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that I'm always great at being consistent, but when you are consistent, things just tend to turn out better. You tend to be able to reach your goals
Yeah.
better and more consistently. And you tend to also generate the respect of those around you because they know that they can count on you. And I think, I talked about this with several of my clients over the past week as they're getting hopefully some raises this year if they're working. And even if they're not, they're getting a Social Security raise this year. So if you're getting that raise, whatever that percentage is, you may want to consider consistently each year increasing your savings rate by that percentage rate, which doesn't mean that you're increasing it, just giving that whole raise,
Right.
because it's a percentage of what you were doing before.
Right.
You can do that consistently. You're going to consistently get more money into your retirement accounts, into your emergency fund, or whatever it is that you need to do.
Yeah. And that's good. And that's another great reason why having somebody like you on the team, the value of a financial advisor is just counsel like that, right? And consistency over time is a formula that I share with people for all kinds of things, from marketing to business to life to marriage to finances. It's consistency over time, little by little. And yeah, that's great. When you get a raise the level of contribution by the same percentage. It's not a dollar for dollar, but it's a percentage. And what happens is you gain more money, you get better results, you get better time. And working with the same financial advisor over time is really important, I think, because otherwise you're just bouncing around and getting there and you're not making the progress that you need to be making. So that's really good. Consistency over time. And I think it's easier when we have, dare I say, an accountability partner, right? That's kind of what you are in a sense, right?
A lot of times that's really a big role that I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it is really funny, people know it's their money, right? But when they call me and they're like, I really saw this new car. Can I have some of this? And I'm like, hey, it's your money. Let's talk about the potential consequences of this.
Yes.
They can take their money at any time. It's their money, but there are consequences. Maybe there's tax consequences. Maybe there's just long term. Okay, that money's not going to grow there.
Right. That's right.
Or whatever the consequence might be.
Yeah, but that's a great conversation because at the end of the day, they might just really want to go buy it, right? At one time, you really wanted a Harley, and so your wife finally said, "Yes, John, go get your Harley," and that was just a fun thing. Sometimes because you're really a big fan of building a life, doing some fun things, right? Nobody wants to go through life and go, well, I never got my Harley, I never got my thing, but I've got a lot of money, but I'm not happy. That's no fun. Build a life. Let John help you build a life and go, yeah, you can take that money. Here's what's going to happen. It's no big deal. Or it might be a big deal.
Or let's talk about it. Right.
Let's talk about it. It's okay. And the other cool thing about you, John, is you got and we've done this on other podcasts. When you're working with clients, I think of like one or two options, and John has like 30 different options of ways to get money, move money around, let money back. And it's like, wow, just because he's a geek. I mean, he's been doing this for years, 3 decades. He's been doing this longer than my kids have been alive, right? And so it's really good to have somebody like John who's experienced, who's trusted, who's got the background, that can just really help you be consistent over time. And there are different chapters. Sometimes you're like, I can't make a raise it. All right. That's all right. That's cool. Let's find another way to do it. But when we can, let's be consistent. And we all know, I mean, it's like compound interest, right? It's just consistent. That's why it works all the time, because it's consistent. And you look at the wealthiest people in the world, like a Warren Buffett type guy. He's been consistent for a long time, right? He's got a couple dollars. It's at one level, it's not rocket science. It is consistency, but at the same level, or it is understanding the financial world. And more importantly for you, John, understanding your client. It's all relationship based at Guardian Rock Wealth. That's relationship comes first. And from that relationship, John can help you build a portfolio that's going to support your life today, tomorrow, and down the road in the future. Because you're going to have a portfolio that's going to be there, that's going to provide what you need then, and you're going to be able to live your life today without scrimping, saving, and gritting your teeth to make it happen. That's the value of John and Guardian Rock Wealth. So consistency is key. If you hear nothing else from me, consistency is key.
Wow.
See how I did that? I've been reading some Dr. Seuss.
I saw that. Yeah, I heard that. That was great. Yeah.
I get some of my best stuff from Dr. Seuss. He's really good. So if you want somebody as fun as Dr. Seuss and as brilliant as Dr. Seuss, but in a financial world, reach out to to the good doctor himself, John Browning. I don't know if you're a doctor or not, but John Browning. And I don't know if he's good with rhyming or not, but he's really good with finances and planning. So reach out to John, GuardianRockWealth.com, and strike up a conversation, strike up a relationship, and see how he can help you build a life, not just a portfolio. John, this has been a fun one. Consistency is key. We will be consistent. Come back next week. Finish up your book, chapter 12 next week. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. We'll see you then.